Algorand value equivalent to 318.90 rands a coin. The present cost range 369.94, 390, 358. The earlier day close 317,784. The change was plus 0.1 306 plus 346%. Converse rate ZAR to Algo. Algorand cost expectation for June 2024. In the first place, cost at 411 rands, excessive cost 510, while low cost 411. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 452. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 477, change for June 16 1%. Algorand figure for July 2024. Before all else cost at 477 rands, excessive cost 532, while low cost 462. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 492. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 497, change for July 2%. Algorand cost expectation for August 2024. Before all else cost at 497 rands, excessive cost 590, while low cost 497. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 534. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 551, change for August 9%. Algorand figure for September 2024. Initially cost at 551 rands, excessive cost 551, while low cost 461. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 515. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 496, change for September 10%. Algorand cost expectation for October 2024. Initially cost at 496 rands, excessive cost 496, while low cost 394. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 453. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 424, change for October 14.5%. Algorand figure for November 2024. Initially cost at 424 rands, excessive cost 461, while low cost 401. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 429. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 431, change for November 17%. Algorand cost expectation for December 2024. At the outset cost at 431 rands, excessive cost 431, while low cost 354. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 399. Algorand cost conjecture toward the month's end 381, change for December 6%. Algorand conjecture for January 2025. At the outset cost at 381 rands, excessive cost 414, while low cost 360. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 386. Algorand cost conjecture toward the month's end 387, change for January 6%. Algorand cost expectation for February 2025. Initially cost at 387 rands, excessive cost 387, while low cost 324. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 362. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 348, change for February 1%. Algorand figure for Walk 2025. Initially cost at 348 rands, excessive cost 397, while low cost 345. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 365. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 371, change for spring 6%. Algorand cost expectation for April 2025. In the first place cost at 371 rands, exorbitant cost 460, while low cost 371. The found the middle value of cost 428. Algorand cost gauge toward the month's end 430, change for April 9%. Algorand gauge for May 2025. Before all else cost at 430 rands, excessive cost 468, while low cost 406. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 435. Algorand cost conjecture toward the month's end 437, change for May 6%. Algorand cost expectation for June 2025. At the outset cost at 437 rands, excessive cost 475, while low cost 413. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 442. Algorand cost conjecture toward the month's end 444, change for June 6%. Algorand conjecture for July 2025. At the outset cost at 444 rands, excessive cost 488, while low cost 424. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 453. Algorand cost conjecture toward the month's end 456, change for July 7%. Algorand cost expectation for August 2025. To start with cost at 456 rands, exorbitant cost 566, while low cost 456. The found the middle value of cost 502. Algorand cost gauge toward the month's end 529, change for August 16%. Algorand gauge for September 2025. To start with, cost at 529 rands. Exorbitant cost 529, while low cost 435. They found the middle value of cost 490. Algorand cost estimate toward the month's end 468. Change for September 11.5%. Algorand cost expectation for October 2025. First and foremost, cost at 468 rands. Exorbitant cost 546, while low cost 468. They found the middle value of cost 498. Algorand cost estimate toward the month's end 510. Change for October 90%. Algorand estimate for November 2025. First and foremost, cost at 510 rands. Exorbitant cost 554, while low cost 482. They found the middle value of cost 516. Algorand cost gauge toward the month's end 518. Change for November 16%. Algorand cost expectation for December 2025. In the first place, cost at 518 rands. Exorbitant cost 563, while low cost 489. They found the middle value of cost 524. Algorand cost gauge toward the month's end 526. Change for December 15%. Algorand figure for January 2026. Initially cost at 526 rands. Excessive cost 571, while low cost 497. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 532. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 534. Change for January 15%. Algorand cost expectation for February 2026. In the first place, cost at 534 rands. Exorbitant cost 575, while low cost 499. They found the middle value of cost 536. Algorand cost gauge toward the month's end 537. Change for February's on 6%. Algorand gauge for Walk 2026. In the first place, cost at 537 rands. Exorbitant cost 537, while low cost 462. They found the middle value of cost 508. Algorand cost gauge toward the month's end 497. Change for spring 74%. Algorand cost expectation for April 2026. Before all else, cost at 497 rands. Excessive cost 540, while low cost 470. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 503. Algorand cost figure toward the month's end 505. Change for April 16%. Algorand figure for May 2026. At the outset, cost at 505 rands. Excessive cost 505, while low cost 425. They found the middle value of cost 473. Algorand cost gauge toward the month's end 457. Change for May 95%. Algorand cost expectation for June 2026. To start with, cost at 457 rands. Exorbitant cost 525, while low cost 457. They found the middle value of cost 483.